Hi everybody, believe it or not, it's me again with a video, and why I'm out here now is we just averted a near tragedy. So we had one puppy, one of my, actually the only puppy owner I've ever say that I was not a success, and I know he's giving the puppy a good home. I can hear updates once in a while from my friend who works at the vet clinic where he takes the dog, but that's just a real horrible sore spot for me. Some of my current puppy owners know the full story, but basically it was the love litter, our beautiful red male that was named, gosh, at the moment I can't remember what his name was at the second, but anyway, he was awesome, and he was Emma and Covey and all their brothers. I can't believe I can't remember his name, but I guess there are a lot of puppies. But anyway, when the owner got him, this is a guy who was, I should have just seen it coming. He was highly recommended, but you literally, I don't think ever had a bad thing happen to him in his very, very silver spoon privileged life. So he got a puppy, and the puppy was about 12 weeks old, if that. And he had it, first of all, he did a couple things that I definitely didn't recommend. I didn't tell him not to because I didn't know anyone would do this, but he crated the puppy right by his door, which made the puppy, I think, very inclined for more sudden movements and all sorts of things. One of my other puppy owners noted that it was kind of an odd thing when she went over there, but she didn't think to tell me. Anyway, he also left the divider in the crate, which I've never done, and none of my puppy owners would ever do that anyway. The puppy somehow wrenched his leg, to the best we can figure, and the guy was only gone a little bit of time. I know he was conscientious, and it really was a tragedy, except for the fact that me, 650 miles away, and he somehow blamed me for it. I mean, first, I don't blame him for trying to ask the vet if it was potentially hereditary, that could happen so easy, because he basically ripped his ACL, and the vet said 100% not, which I've never seen that in any of my dogs anyway, but the vet said it was just a very bad fluke of happening. And anyway, I gave the guy full on 100% permission, it's in text and recorded and everything, to have surgery at the age of 5 months. And even when he was asking around 4 months, I think 16 weeks, I didn't say it was don't do it. I said I'd support whatever decision. This is all in writing, but everyone I talked to, plus everybody said wait till 6 months. But ultimately the vet decided to go to 5 months. Well, then I get a big blaming text from him at some point. I think he had the surgery right about 6 months, actually, is what the vet recommended. Anyway, big blaming text on how so much could have been prevented if he had the surgery earlier, which of course is completely false. I didn't mean to tell this story, but now that I'm telling it, you can't have 100% success rate, I guess. And really upset me because the way that we ended that, I said, can you please tell me when you were advised to have the surgery? Because again, of course, I had written proof that I told him from any time, really. I told him he could, if that's what he felt was truly best. But by 5 months of age was the last time he texted me about it, and I said, you have my full permission if you think it's best. But again, everyone was advising him to wait till 6 months, so he just needed somebody to blame. He can't accept that bad things just happen for no reason. So that brings me to this current story, you guys, which is I was inside. Again, living proof of why you never ever want to leave your puppies. Even this is not great, but I did this so they wouldn't pull. No, Diana, here, Diana, that they wouldn't pull. Here, Diana. No, here. So that they wouldn't pull, I'm going to go get her another teether inside, that they wouldn't bite on the railings. Anyway, I was inside just now, and I heard a massive, massive screaming, like way different than if the puppies were just kind of attacking. But for a minute I thought, well, maybe they've got an ear or a tail. Look they love to sleep in that thing, because that does happen. They can grab ears and tails, but I mean, it was really bad screaming. So I came running out saying, hey, knock it off, because they're real amenable to that. But instead they were all gathered around our precious Harley, and look at her. I think she's absolutely unscathed, although I am going to put a little colloidal silver right there on the left side. And I mean, thank God she has baby teeth, and maybe if anything it pulled hopefully it didn't pull the lower jaw forward. I don't think it could have permanently done anything, but suffice to say, thank God I was here. And now myself, I learned. So he also, of course, had the dog shut in the crate. Well, I never shut our dogs in wire crates, therefore I've always felt that they were fairly safe. Anyway, let you guys take a look because I think this is a good learning opportunity for everyone. First of all, I advise all my puppy owners anyway to train your dogs on soft crates. That's what all our dogs are used to, but just for purposes of having puppies, I like them in these because they're easier to see, and I have a bunch of them. There's a lot of reasons, but I always ask everyone to try to train them in soft crates because if you go to the shows, it's so great to use them, and most people have their Staffords in like steel cages saying how they would bust out and all this, and our dogs are perfectly thrilled in their little soft crates, so that's what we use. But anyway, little Harley right here, you guys, had somehow wedged her small muzzle, the whole half of her from the stop down into there, and was somehow bit down on that, but had her face wedged in there and couldn't get it out and was screaming for absolute bloody murder. It almost is really hard to envision now that I'm showing you this and I'm looking at it myself. But anyway, I couldn't get her unstuck easily either. All the puppies were piling up on me, so I was trying to push them out of the way, and I did push them out of the way, and then when I was just trying to lift her somehow, she was just absolutely wedged in the space within that wire, and so I didn't know what to do really. So I just think I gently somehow managed to lift up and kind of had to give a pull, which I wasn't real comfortable with, but I had to, and it freed her. And then I cuddled her for quite a while. Now I'm making this video, but I'm going to go get the Sky Kennel and bring it in here. And I think I'll still leave the small pink one because I'm hoping that was just a freak accident. I really don't know why or how she got behind there. And they only have a couple more weeks, but also just because some of us are always around. So Lexi, I know you listen to these, honey. I don't know if Jace knows about the channel, but I just texted both Lexi and Jace to tell them. But it's just all the more reason. We have a camera out here too, so we always should be able to see them when Lexi and Jace are here. So the good news is they're never alone, and now I see why. All right, okay, that's all my story. Bye.